Morning guys, nice sunny morning, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to get in the back garden and start my latest project idea that I've had for a little while. I want to try and build a golf practice net. Obviously we're in lockdown again at the moment, so options are limited for what we can do in terms of enjoyment. I like to play a bit of golf, so I'm going to try and build myself a practice net in the back garden. I've had a little think about it. I've ordered some gear and I'm going to try and put something up and see if it works. It will be a bit of trial and error, and we'll see what happens. If I show you what the plan is and the gear that I've got, here we go. We've got some netting, 20mm golf netting. I've got 9 meters of that by 3 meters high. This is an impact panel. I think that basically the netting on the inside of that is slightly smaller, but we'll have a look at that when we get it out. Got some postcrete, so we can embed the posts in, and I've got some wood here. I've used 3x2, 2x2 I didn't think was quite man enough. 4x2 was going to be a bit too much, so I've got some 3.6 lengths of 3x2. Now the idea is to put the net up across this area here. I've got the existing shed up there. That's 2600 millimeters high, so I think I'm going to build it to that height. So what we've got here is we've got a flower bed. I'm going to put a post either end here. That's 3600 mils from there to there. So that's the plan. I'm going to get digging and put these posts in first, and we'll take it from there. I cut the wood to size to mirror the same height as the shed, and I've dug the holes. I'm now going to put them in, offer them up. If they're ready, I'm going to put the postcrete in and get them fixed in the ground. One of the things I want to be able to do with this project is be able to take it down. So I'm not going to just let it fix in there and hold the 3x2 in there. What I want to do is I want to be able to take it out. So I'm going to bed them in. I'm going to put the postcrete in, I put the water in, mix it, let it dry for a bit there, but then I'm going to make sure that I actually move the 3x2 so it will slide up and down. So I'm going to make the postcrete into like a sleeve so I can take it out at a later date if I wanted to take it down. So that's the plan. Yeah, so I've cut the wood to size, I've measured it up to the same height as the shed, and I've dug a couple of holes here, one here and one over here. And this is not weight bearing, only really the net, so it just needs to be able to sit in there and be wind resistant. Okay, we're going to bed the 3x2 in now. We've got to make sure that it's level, so I'm going to level it up here. I've got my postcrete down there. If you haven't used postcrete before, really good stuff. Pour it in the hole, pack it round where you want it to go, and then you pour the water on it. So there's no pre-mixing, you actually pour it in the hole and mix it up like that. Really good. Comes in a usable size bag, one bag for one post. Not expensive. I'd recommend it. So that's now about an hour after that. That's pretty hard. You've got a little residue on the top, but that is pretty hard. And as you can see, I've done it, so I could slide it out if I need be. So obviously that will harden up over the next sort of day or so, but you know, already that's pretty solid in place. It's taken me about 3 hours, but I think I'm pretty much there. There's had to be a few alterations through the build. One of the things I did find was that the posts were pulling over, so perhaps I didn't leave the concrete for long enough. I mean, it's, you know, I've left it an hour, but that's probably not long enough. So what I've done is I've braced them either side, so that's just going to help them, and going forward I'll put some more concrete in them just to stabilize them up. I've only put one of the net up. I haven't put the baffle net up yet, but I'm going to see how I go. I've got the posts up and I've pinned the net to it, and I've doubled it up as well. And down near the parapet wall at the bottom where the flower bed is, I've sort of put some old garden cushions down there. Obviously you'll see what I mean in a minute, but just to cushion that, because it's a hard surface behind. We've got a little bit of play behind the actual net for it to impact into, and I've tightened the net up a fair bit, so hopefully that's going to be it. But I'll just go through it and show you what I've done. So this is the net up. I used 3 posts, the 2 that I put in and 1 that I had existing. So if we come over here, you can see that I've put some screws in, hooked the net around the screws, which allows me to put more tension on or slacken it off, and I'll see how that goes as time goes on. Come over the other side. One thing I did notice is that the bottom was flicking up, so I fixed the bottom of the net to the bottom of the wall that is behind those cushions, those old garden cushions there. Will cushion that wall that's behind it, and going forward I might find something a little bit more long term with that, but that'll certainly do for the time being. Again, it's where I've braced it, the post up there, and I've also pulled it back with a bit of rope just to tension it up. Coming around the corner here, I've left it quite baggy to obviously just get any impact areas. And coming round to the last post here, done the same here with the screws. So you can see it's all up, it's all ready to go. I'm going to give it a go in a minute, but that's taken me about 3 hours. Nothing too excessive, nothing too heavy duty, with some basic tools. Probably cost me about 110 quid with the posts, the nets, the screws, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to use this baffle net yet, but we'll see.